Introduction. Hey there, fellow seekers of love and companionship. If you've ever found yourself staring at your phone, waiting for a text that never comes, you know the sting of being ghosted. It's like being left in the dark, wondering what went wrong and why the person you were connecting with suddenly vanished into thin air. But fear not, because in this video, we're going to delve into what not to do after being ghosted and how to gracefully move forward. Here are 20 reasons why someone might ghost you in dating. 1. They're avoidant. Some people struggle with confrontation and prefer to avoid difficult conversations, including breaking things off. 2. They lost interest. Sometimes initial attraction fades and they may not feel the same connection anymore. 3. Fear of commitment. Commitment can be scary for some people, leading them to withdraw rather than face the potential challenges of a relationship. 4. They found someone else. They might have met someone new they're more interested in pursuing, leading them to lose interest in you. 5. They're busy or stressed. Personal or professional stressors can consume their attention, leaving little room for dating or communication. 6. They're unsure about their feelings. They might be unsure about their own emotions or readiness for a relationship, leading them to pull away. 7. They don't know how to end it. They may struggle with finding the right words or fear hurting your feelings, so they choose to disappear instead. 8. They're not ready for a relationship. They might have realized they're not in the right place emotionally or mentally for a committed relationship. 9. They fear rejection. Ironically, they might ghost you to avoid being rejected themselves, especially if they feel you're losing interest. 10. They're dating casually. Some people view dating casually and don't feel the need to explain their disappearance, especially if they don't see it as a serious relationship. 11. They're emotionally immature. Immaturity can lead to selfish behavior, including ghosting, without considering the impact on the other person. 12. They're avoiding conflict. They might fear confrontation or emotional discussions, so they choose the easier route of cutting off communication. 13. They lack communication skills. Some people struggle with expressing themselves effectively and resort to ghosting as a coping mechanism. 14. They're following social norms. In today's dating culture, ghosting has unfortunately become normalized as a way to end things without confrontation. 15. They feel overwhelmed. They might feel overwhelmed by the pace of the relationship or the intensity of their feelings, leading them to withdraw. 16. They're dealing with personal issues. Personal struggles such as mental health issues or family problems can consume their energy and focus. 17. They're insecure. Insecurity can lead to self-doubt and fear of rejection, causing them to distance themselves rather than risk being hurt. 18. They're disinterested in conflict resolution. Some people avoid conflict at all costs and prefer to exit a situation rather than work through challenges. 19. They're impulsive. They might act impulsively without considering the consequences of their actions, including the impact on your feelings. 20. They're selfish. Ultimately, they prioritize their own comfort or convenience over your feelings, leading them to ghost you without consideration. If someone struggles with confrontation, they might choose to ghost rather than have a difficult conversation. Respect their decision and focus on healing. While closure would be nice, sometimes it's not possible, and it's best to move forward without it. If the initial attraction faded, they might not feel the same connection anymore. Accept that not every connection will last. Take this as an opportunity to focus on yourself and explore new interests. Some people fear commitment and may withdraw rather than face the challenges of a relationship. Understand that this fear is about them, not you. Focus on finding someone who is ready for a committed relationship. Meeting someone new might lead them to lose interest in you. Recognize that it's their loss. Keep your options open and continue meeting new people. Personal or professional stressors can consume their attention, leaving little room for dating or communication. Give them space and focus on your own well-being. If they come back around, evaluate if you're still interested. They might be unsure about their emotions or readiness for a relationship. Be understanding and give them time to figure things out. In the meantime, focus on your own happiness. Some people struggle with finding the right words or fear hurting your feelings. Respect their decision, even if you don't agree with it. Closure might not come from them, but you can find it within yourself. They might realize they're not emotionally or mentally prepared for a committed relationship. Appreciate their honesty and move on. Don't wait around for someone who isn't ready for what you want. They might ghost you to avoid being rejected themselves. Recognize that their actions say more about them than you. Focus on your own self-worth and value. Some people view dating casually and don't feel the need to explain their disappearance. Understand that their approach to dating differs from yours. If you're looking for something more serious, be clear about your intentions in future relationships. Immaturity can lead to selfish behavior, including ghosting. Don't take it personally. Focus on surrounding yourself with people who are emotionally mature and capable of healthy communication. Fear of conflict might drive them to ghost rather than face a difficult conversation. Accept that closure might not come from them. Find closure within yourself and move forward with grace. Some people struggle to express themselves effectively and resort to ghosting. Recognize that communication is essential in a healthy relationship. Look for someone who values open and honest communication. In today's dating culture, ghosting has unfortunately become normalized. Don't internalize societal norms. Hold yourself to higher standards and communicate openly with others. They might feel overwhelmed by the pace of the relationship or their own emotions. Give them space and respect their boundaries. Focus on your own well-being and emotional resilience. Personal struggles can consume their energy and focus. Be understanding and compassionate. While you may not have control over their issues, you can control how you respond and take care of yourself. Insecurity can lead to self-doubt and fear of rejection. Recognize that their actions are a reflection of their insecurities, not your worth. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and make you feel valued. Some people avoid conflict at all costs. Choose to surround yourself with people who are willing to work through challenges together. Healthy relationships require open communication and conflict resolution skills. They might act impulsively without considering the consequences of their actions. Recognize that their impulsivity is not a reflection of your worth. Focus on finding someone who approaches relationships with intention and thoughtfulness. Ultimately, they prioritize their own comfort or convenience over your feelings. Understand that you deserve someone who respects and values you. Let go of those who don't meet this standard and focus on building connections with people who do. It's tempting to replay every interaction in your mind, trying to pinpoint where things went wrong. But obsessing over the person who ghosted you only prolongs the pain and prevents you from moving on. Obsessing over someone who has ghosted you can consume your thoughts and energy, leading to feelings of sadness, frustration, and self-doubt. It's natural to wonder what happened and why they disappeared, but dwelling on it won't change the outcome. Instead, focus on redirecting your thoughts and energy towards activities and people that bring you joy and fulfillment. Seeking closure from someone who ghosted you rarely provides the answers you're looking for. It puts you in a vulnerable position and gives the ghoster power over your emotions. Begging for closure can come across as desperate and may further push the person away. Closure is something you can often find within yourself by accepting that not every relationship or connection is meant to last. It's about recognizing that the other person's actions are a reflection of them, not you, and choosing to move forward with grace and self-respect. It's easy to internalize rejection and blame yourself for being ghosted. But remember that ghosting says more about the ghoster's character than yours. Blaming yourself for being ghosted can damage your self-esteem and confidence. It's important to remember that everyone has their reasons for their actions, and ghosting is often a reflection of the other person's issues or circumstances, not your worth as a person. Instead of focusing on what you could have done differently, focus on your own growth and well-being. While it may be tempting to get back at the person who ghosted you, seeking revenge only prolongs the negativity and prevents you from moving forward. Seeking revenge can create a cycle of negativity and toxicity that ultimately harms you more than the other person. It's important to rise above the urge for retaliation and focus on your own healing and growth. Remember that the best revenge is living well and finding happiness on your own terms. Being ghosted can make you hesitant to open yourself up to new connections, but closing yourself off only perpetuates the cycle of loneliness and isolation. Closing yourself off emotionally can prevent you from experiencing new connections and opportunities for happiness. While it's natural to be guarded after being hurt, it's important to remain open to the possibility of finding love and companionship again. By staying open and optimistic, you increase your chances of finding someone who values and appreciates you for who you are. While being ghosted can feel like a gut punch, it's essential to remember that you are not defined by someone else's actions or lack thereof. By avoiding these common pitfalls and focusing on your own growth and well-being, you can gracefully move forward from being ghosted and open yourself up to new possibilities in love and life. Remember, you deserve someone who respects and values you, so don't settle for anything less. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more tips on navigating the world of dating and relationships. And don't forget to share your own experiences with ghosting in the comments below. Together, we can support each other through the ups and downs of modern romance.